In the B, the O, the Y-L-E, the H, the E-I-G-H-T. Now add the S, that's East Los Angeles. Relax, kids, mezcalito about to handle this.
Hey, welcome back, Sailor. What's going on, my brother?
None much. Living the dream. Living the dream out here in hot-ass LA, brother.
There we go. Sailor, we have the CEO of Clean Sanchez Media. We have a man, the myth, the legend, Army veteran, my friends.
Right.
Army fucking veteran. Clean Sanchez, welcome to the studio, my brother.
I was the best solid tosser in the Army, okay? The best one. I was tossing so much salad that I was the best one, I'm telling you. Yeah, I was a 92 Gulf in the Army, and you know how it is as a cook. No. You know, you're either feeding too much or you're feeding too little, and if you feed too much, you get in trouble and you get tossed to the salad bar for the rest of your career.
That is true. That is true.
Yeah, at least I didn't have to cook nothing, so.
Hey, brother, yeah. I feel you, man. Fuck, being on your feet all day, yeah, that shit sucks, man.
And there were like 16-hour days sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You know, but the fun thing was that every other Thursday, we would be allowed to go in at 10 a.m. because Thursday were training days in Fort Benning.
Ah.
And once, you know, so we had two shifts. Morning shift, you go in at 4 a.m. or you show up at 10 a.m. and every other weekend was 10 a.m. But, you know.
That's not bad, yeah, Lee.
No, but thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me here today.
Yeah, man.
I love can I smoke on this show?
Do whatever you want.
All right, fantastic. It's a pleasure. I love the beachy setting.
This is you are the first live guest for the Drunken Sailor Show. We are live. There's one person watching. We are live on the show.
I'm honored. And I like that too because like you know my story, D. It took me a while for me to get most of my shows live. I didn't want to do it. A lot of people were pressuring me, and like the live thing just seems much more fun, the interactions.
Yeah.
So it's nice to do live, and I've been doing it a lot more. In fact, I just finished one about an hour and a half ago for DD214 Network.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and we just finished that show about it. We usually go on Sunday mornings, but we had a schedule change for this week because of work schedules and stuff. Because one of our guys work at the Arrowhead Stadium. So we shifted around some stuff. We did the show today. It was a busy Monday.
That's good. As it should be, man. Fuck, I just went for a walk. My bar recently just opened up again because they were closed down for 45 days because one of the bartenders was selling a little blow out of it.
What?
Yeah, so they closed down one of my favorite bars for 45 days, and they just reopened it today, so I'm kind of glad.
What, they penalized him for selling coke?
Well, because it wasn't the owner's fault, but because there was a person there selling some stuff, they had to close it down for 45 days, which kind of sucks for the other bartenders, because I like them all. They were all cool, you know, but it just kind of sucks, you know?
45 days is a long time, too, like, especially if you commonly go to that bar.
Oh, yeah. It's like a therapy for half of the dudes in the neighborhood, so a lot of us were pissed, man.
Yeah, fuck that. Is it like one of those hole in the wall bars too?
Yeah, it's like a hole in the wall, but it's like
that's
a lot
the worst.
The old timers, the ones that just want to, after they take care of their kids, they take care of their wife, they take care of everything. They just want to go have a beer, relax, watch the game. You know, don't talk to me, but it just sucks that damn girl fucked it up for all of us, man.
Oh, it was a chick selling it?
Yeah, man.
Oh, an entrepreneur there.
Yeah, but it just...
I'm thinking some like big fat bald guy or something selling.
Nah. It was a chick, man. The owner was kind of pissed off, but I mean, it was 45 days. I went right now on my walk and I stopped there for like a beer, but I just told them, yes, I stopped drinking for 45 days since you guys were closed, but it was all bullshit.
But I'm back now, baby. I'm back.
Did she have her fentanyl kit with her though to make sure it was clean?
Oh shit!
No pun intended. Clean.
I can probably tell her that next time I go in. It's because sometimes I like to a lot of my local buddies like I like to fuck around with them, so I'll get my shirt like this and I'll walk in there with my wallet and be like, "Ice, let me see some IDs," and like just to fuck around with people. But
that is fucking hilarious. I don't know what I would do if I could go to my like hole in the wall for 45 days. That's like jail. That's a small jail sentence.
Yeah, I mean, luckily there was other bars around the neighborhood, so I was like, all right, cool. But no, but like that's the bar, you know, like 3 p.m. Everybody's there after work, after whatever. So I usually do my 6 mile walk, and I'll stop there for like a michelada or like an IPA. I'm like, all right, and just talk to some of the, because the old timers tend to drink in the daytime, then the younger crowd starts showing
Yeah.
up. So, but I don't know, I just like talking to old timers. So
I didn't start like having like sunrise drinks until I was in the army.
yeah,
I actually didn't really even start exploring drinking until I finally joined.
I mean, hey man, I
And
was in rehab twice, bro. So
I went to the hospital once because I drank a whole bottle of Svedka. Yeah, it was Svedka vodka.
Ooh.
I chugged the whole thing. Well, I didn't chug it. I might as well have chugged it. But I was in the hospital for like 7 days, and those bastards fed me Jello, cherry Jello, for 7 days, and it was. But let me tell you something. You know, we didn't have a bar on base. We just had the class 6, and I was in Fort Benning, Georgia, so like the outside, like right outside of the area wasn't really friendly, you know, so there weren't really any bars. So
Wait, what do you mean friendly? Why not?
well, as soon as you go, you know, there's something weird about military bases that the moment you walk out the base could look like a rich suburban neighborhood town, but the moment you walk out of it, it's like it's a urban neighborhood with rundown houses and abandoned places all over the place. It's kind of weird. And so Fort Benning didn't have, all their bars were in the city of Columbus, which was more like I guess like a mile away from the base, but it wasn't like directly outside.
Yeah.
So we didn't have like a bar like that. So I just drank at home.
They don't have bars on base?
they'll some of them do. It's like the E Club.
Yeah, like it's like a country club type of thing,
Yeah.
right? Something like that. Yeah, I've
And
seen
then,
that
and then
before
sometimes
too.
a lot of the older officers go. So if you get a little rowdy, they try to like check you and like, hey man, I got my.
Are they ranking you while they're drinking?
Yeah. That's why nobody wanted to really drink on base. Like you would go. I mean, sometimes they had good food. I ain't gonna lie. There was one. There was a one in Petaluma, California, which is an A school, but they had the best pizza. That's the only reason we would go, because the pizza was decent. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna get a slice. And then every time you walk in, they give you a free drink. So you get your free drink free. But then after, if you get a little sloppy and slosh, like they're like, hey man, you gotta take care of your shit, man. You gotta take care of your buddy, or else you're gonna get in trouble for not taking care of them. I'm like, it's not my fault. This fool can't control his alcohol. Like, screw that.
Well, you get in trouble for not taking care of your buddy with you?
They try to. Sometimes they try to fuck you over so that they can fuck 2 people instead of 1, which kind of sucks. That's why nobody wants to drink on base, bro.
Yeah, it's very true. And it's funny too, because like if you get caught with a DUI, you get put in this thing called the blotter, and it goes right to your commander, and they'll see this, like, I don't know I don't know if it's a list or if it's like a digital screen or anything like that, but they get information like, oh, one of my soldiers just got a DUI. I guess I gotta go have a safety briefing that's gonna last 3 hours for this.
Do they gotta pick you up? Like your commander officer picks you up or something like that, or?
It just depends on the situation. Because I had a buddy of mine from Jersey who we were down in San Diego, and this dude went around walking in San Diego State University with some girls. He was underage and he was drinking, and the freaking San Diego State Police, like campus cops, caught him underage drinking. And so they gave him a ticket, and my buddy at the time, this was back in like 2005. So I don't think they had that thing where your command would know. So my buddy was like, fuck, we were stationed in the Bay Area. So my buddy got the ticket.
Oh, that must have been fun.
They didn't tell the captain, they didn't tell anybody. He drove from San Francisco all the way to San Diego for his court date, paid the fine, whatever, and went back, and they never found out. So he never like told anybody, and he never got caught. But right after it happened, one of my buddies on the ship told me, hey man, Casarino, that fool got caught with a drinking underage. So I went up to my buddy and I'm like, hey man, I know you didn't tell anybody, but it already got around the shit, man. Like they know you were drinking. They know you got caught, bro. And
it was fast.
No. But I just kept on fucking my buddy. Nobody ever found out anything. I was just fucking with my buddy. Hey man, they fucking know. And the fact that you didn't tell anybody, you're gonna get hammered. So like for a week and a half, I kept it going, and then I told him, I'm just fucking with you, bro. The other fool told me that you got arrested, and he's like, oh, you fucking asshole, you're the worst petty officer ever. I was just like laughing.
That is funny. He's probably thinking he's about to get an Article 15 and get sent to the whatever the equivalent of a first sergeant is in the Coast Guard.
Yeah, but.
Like,
but it was funny, and like after that, like now he got out, and the funny thing is, this motherfucker, he was from Jersey, and he always talked about, man, fucking SoCal's whack, SoCal's lame, I can't stand SoCal. But yet after he got out of the Coast Guard, he lives in San Diego still, and I'm like, how bad is SoCal if you're living down here, bro? Like, come on.
It's funny because like when down there, I was told that because after I got out of the Army in 2016, I was told that people who stayed in the South damned the Yankees. So I was a damned Yankee for like about 2 years, maybe a year and a half, something like that.
Damn.
And then I kept on hearing like all these things like that it's very common. It's more common for a soldier in any service when they get discharged that they stay in the area where they got discharged from. And I'm just like, that's crazy.
I mean, like, it makes sense because like, I mean, most people join because like where they're from usually kind of sucks. So they want when they go somewhere else. They're like, wow, it's kind of nice out here. So the weather's nice. You know, it's cheaper to live out here. So a lot of people, I've seen that. Like a lot of my buddies, especially from the northern East Coast, ended up in the southern West Coast. And I see why. Like,
yeah,
SoCal's beautiful, man.
There's also, I mean, it seems to me that everything outside of New Jersey is affordable as hell too. It's
well, it's interesting because like a lot of my buddies from the northern East Coast, they like the seasons, but they say that they enjoy the wintertime, the fall, the spring. But
same.
But LA is kind of like summer year round. So and for me, it kind of sucks. But I guess because I'm used to it, I'm like, I would trip out if I were to move somewhere where I'm fucking freezing my ass off in December, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at that point where like, I still like the snow and shit. I still like a white Christmas, but at the same time, it is a bitch to walk around in the snow. I'm 37 years old now. I slip and fall. You know, people don't put salt anywhere anymore. Nope. So I would rather be in a place where I could, you know, I'd rather slip and fall from rain than slip and fall from a little bit of ice, you know. Yeah. But
where do you stay out of now, Sanchez?
So we're in Middlesex County, New Jersey.
Okay.
So we're like, I want to say, if you know the area, I grew up in Union City, which was right across the river from the Twin Towers.
Okay.
But when I came out of the Army, my wife and I and our family, we came to New Jersey to Middlesex County, to where she grew up, because it was just nicer. There was more space. The schools were better, but everything is so damn expensive. You know, it is absolutely insane. It's good for military. It's great for military families.
Counties like that too still now. So we caught up to
you know, New Jersey's great for military families. No, especially active and reserve right now. But at the same time, I don't want to deal with the snow. The traffic is horrendous. They're doing construction all over. I think they're constructing a new bridge not too far away from here. And then just yesterday, a giant crack on the ground just showed up out of nowhere. That's about a quarter of a mile long, right about a mile away from my house.
Hey.
So it's getting dicey here, you know.
Yeah, they're getting hit with the fault line over there now, bro.
Yeah. What the hell was it called?
We talked about California sinking, bro. Jersey's about to sink, man.
Yeah, I mean,
California's just sinking because of the homeless people, man. That's we're seeing on all these motherfuckers. Man.
Just give them a home. I heard there's plenty of space in the Midwest for them. I mean, seriously, there's nothing but land. When you're outside of like the 13 colony area, everything is like built sideways and not up.
Yeah.
And that's something that I realized like when I went to Kansas City, and everything is not, there's no major skyscrapers, there's not a skyline, you know, there's nothing really like that out there. And I thought that was super interesting because there's so much space to breathe in places like that. You know, if I could ask my wife right now if we could move to Kansas City this second, we'd probably do it, you know. But anything is better than the East Coast right now for so many reasons too. You know.
I mean, I think everywhere. I mean, LA. I just went to downtown LA the other day to walk around, and like, there's like people just. There's this thing in the orgy world called porky pigging, which means somebody just wears a top and don't wear a bottom. I saw like 3 homeless people just porky pigging it, man, like in downtown broad daylight.
Is that common?
Yeah, and like a cop literally passed by this woman that had no bottoms and just like didn't do anything. They were just like, fuck it. And they just don't care because like the homeless thing out here, I get it, it's a mental thing, it's a drug thing, but it's like we got to start doing something because these people are kind of like struggling out here.
You know, I mean, it's so interesting. I mean, my wife and I, we were homeless in 2009, and we were in New York City, and some of the things that you see over there are wild. I mean, people having sex with the dirt, like legitimately like the dirt. People getting robbed for the littlest things. People getting shot in the face for no reason. Like there's a perspective in it, but then you actually see what other homeless people do, and especially in shelters.
Yeah.
You know, like some of the things that happen in shelters are damn near horrendous half the time, especially the shelters themselves that look like chicken coops.
Oh yeah. They have a couple out here in the San Fernando area, which I just passed by. They built like these tiny little homes, but a lot of these people like instead of being thankful, they just try to fuck them up. And I'm like, dude, they're trying to help you guys out. Like you guys can't.
Oh, that's Jay. Yeah, that's my partner from DD214, Jay. He's in Kansas City. That's who I went to go visit out there. Yeah. But I heard about the tiny house villages. They put like maybe 50 of them. They're like maybe 10 feet apart from each other. They got enough space. And
wait, what I missed, bro? Are you talking about like Midgetville, like Midgetville in New Jersey?
No. Out here, they try to help out supposedly. The politicians in California are fucking criminals. Like supposedly they've donated over billions of dollars to help homelessness, and it's gotten worse in the past 10 years. I don't know how the fuck this guy Gavin Newsom keeps getting elected. This guy's a fucking scumbag. Okay. He's a piece of shit that nobody sees. And I'm like, dude, he's gotten so much money to help out, and it's gotten worse. So they build supposedly these little affordable houses where they're kind of like little mini houses. And in a little area in the San Fernando Valley.
Are those jams they're selling for like $10,000 a pop or something like that?
Not like
Amazon?
No, those are a little bit better. Those are a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
But these other ones
they're like kind of small. They're like 8x8.
Yeah, but people are just like accumulating crap and like putting shit on the walls, and like it gets to a point where it's not really the housing that's the problem. It's a mental health issue that we got to help these people out. You know? There's
hoarding. There's drug abuse, you know, and then there's just a whole bunch of flurry of other things too. And I thought, like, I'm not very schooled very well on politics and stuff like that. But when you look at a guy like Gavin Newsom, who keeps on constantly making mistakes and making weird decisions, you know, you kind of wonder, you know, what's going. I mean,
well, he's a winner, bro. He keeps winning. He's a winner.
Right, but I don't understand it. Look. I literally posted this a while back. I just watched the not the Jeffrey Dahmer, but the Ted Bundy thing on Netflix. It's like a documentary on Ted Bundy.
That Geen thing? What are you talking about?
No, Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy documentary, the Ted Bundy something. And they asked this old lady, like, have you heard what Ted Bundy's being accused of? Like, what do you think about that? And she literally says, I don't think he did it. He's too handsome to have done something that evil. Like, she was like not believing it, and that's
Ted
why
Bundy was he fucking the one that was going to sorority houses and taking
and I see Gavin Newsom and people that vote for him the same way I look at that lady. I'm like, lady, are you fucking blind here? Like, but people don't, for some reason, don't see Gavin Newsom as a bad guy.
He's handsome. He's handsome.
I know, but I mean, come on, wake the fuck up. He's a piece of shit. Like, I see that dude, and I'm like, oh, that guy's a scumbag.
It was the same thing with Trudeau. The exact same thing. People thought, Trudeau's a handsome guy. He can't do no wrong. Like, of course, he's probably one of the worst ones. You know,
it's weird how like these politicians out here, especially, and I'm like, dude, like they just both. It's even like Lex Luthor when like Superman's like looking like, dude, this guy is a piece of shit. Do you not see that? It's like that Lex Luthor thing that I was like, people aren't that stupid in comic books, cartoons, okay, but in real life.
So
I
when
see
he
it out here,
when he smiles, is it like Zach Morris and he got that little ching on his tooth, like bing? You
bro.
know?
It's like American Psycho, dude. It's like American Psycho, bro. Like I look at it and I'm like, this guy's evil. Do you guys not see this? But people are, even my friends who are diehard.
He's got this Christian Bale look to him. Yeah.
Yeah, like he's a fucking psycho, man. And even my homegirl, who's a good friend of mine, she's a comedian. She's all up on his nuts, and I'm like, dude, you know he's a piece of shit. What are you talking about? He's not. He's my papi chulo. I'm like, dude, seriously?
Do something.
Weird.
Holy shit!
That's what. And
He's
again,
a ladies' man.
but I'm just saying, I know, like everybody should have a right to vote. There's some people that shouldn't, because people that still vote for this guy, I'm like, you guys are fucking stupid.
You know, I 100% agree. I mean, if you can't defer the difference between what, if you can't tell me how many articles are in the amendments, then you shouldn't vote.
Right. And that's just that,
I'm
though.
out.
But
I'm out.
I keep reading stuff. All right, first of all, this guy fucked his best friend's and his running mate's wife. He fucked his wife.
Is he Tony Hawk?
Gavin Newsom. No, Gavin Newsom.
Because Tony Hawk did that.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that. But Gavin
Did he?
Newsom. But he did that. He was on a podcast a while back, the Adam Carolla podcast, where Adam Carolla eviscerated him, made him look like a fucking idiot. He doesn't have any answers. He talks in circles without actually giving anything out there. He's like, but I look at people, I'm like, do you guys not see that he's playing the game? He's getting your vote and not doing anything for us? But people don't see that. It's just weird, man.
It's just more sports stadiums, and
he's been supposedly
Shit.
building a fucking a highway speed rail out here, like a train that was gonna help out.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
track for it. It's been, I think, 15 years now.
Did they finish the loop? The Tesla
No,
loop there?
It has nothing's been started. He's just been taking the
my
money.
God.
Damn.
Where's the money? See,
And now that they're trying to investigate, because there's been a lot of money, even the California wildfires, the fires that happened, they did a fundraiser where I think they raised like $100 million, and they're trying to find out where the money went. And people are like, "Oh, why are you trying to find out where the money went? Like what? Like, are you a Trumpster?" I'm like, no, I'm just trying to find out where the money went. And if you ask a question, they try to put you to, "Oh, you're a right extremist. That's why you're trying to find out what their money is." Like, no, shouldn't we find out where the money went to?
You know where it went. You know where it went.
It's like they think everybody's a journalist these days,
Yeah.
and they're just like, okay, we're not going on the record for this anymore. But they have no issue when they're fucking sitting in a room blowing 6 pounds of cocaine and having their
They're
wine
the ones
glasses.
that are buying that blow from your local bar, bro.
Well, yeah, no shit, but fuck, man, these motherfuckers. I don't know, man. Like, it just seems like, the new guy will come in and take care of it, and it just seems like they all are in it for. Like, there's a video of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where they're talking about, who am I gonna vote for, the Democrat that's blowing shit up my ass, or the Republican that's blowing shit up my ass? It's all a big ass of a shit blowing, and it's true, man. Like, they don't.
Devil, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's
This
a
is
great
like-
song from Slipknot.
Manipulation, bro.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to always figure out, why is it always the coastal like states that have like the shitty fucking governors? Like New Jersey, we had McGreevey, who was having orgies
Who's
and
that
going
fat
into
guy,
glory
bro?
holes.
Who's the fat guy during 2020 where he told everybody to
Christie.
stay off the beach, but then his family was on the beach?
Yeah, that was Christie. That was Christie. That was the same guy who told the United States to put the flags at half mast because Whitney Houston died.
There's none-
I would have. Come on, it's Whitney. Come on.
New Jersey should have. New Jersey should
Well,
have.
not just that. She sang the best rendition of "America the Beautiful," right? At the Super Bowl.
Yes, she did.
The only one.
The
that did
best
good.
one. The best rendition of America the Beautiful. Even my wife would agree. Look, she's nodding over there. And, you know, it's just funny. We had McGreevey, who was going into glory holes and having orgies with his wife.
Wow.
Then we had Whitman, who like took all the money from New Jersey. So I mean, it's the coastal states.
So it's not
There's
just,
something up with the
so it's not
coastal
just
states.
California. So I shouldn't feel
Yeah.
bad. It's
Let
not
me
just
tell you that.
California.
Let me tell you this one, bro. Back in the '90s, when my boy was like, somebody was running for mayor of Jersey City or whatever, right? And my boy was working for them. They would go around and they would get dead people's names.
Yeah,
he
I
told
heard
them they
about
gave him
that.
a list of dead people's names to go and vote as those dead people.
I've heard
Oh my
about
god!
that.
Like-
Actually, the governor, McGreevy, the one who was having the orgy parties and the glory hole stuff at the turnpikes, he's running for mayor of Jersey City right now.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
all right.
And his campaign is, I believe in second chances.
Oh,
Hey,
dude.
no- No
That's
more
his campaign.
Hey, no more bullet holes. Yes, I'm on glory holes. I would do that. You know, like, damn.
It's interesting. You never hear about this shit happening in like Iowa or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like you only hear this shit.
Better at hiding it though.
The only thing we get from Iowa is 60 days in,
Yeah, that's true.
which is still
Yeah,
great,
'cause
by the way.
Out here too. I don't know how it is in Jersey, but out here too, because it's California and there's a lot of Hispanics. Whenever there's a politician that has like a Hispanic last name, the people, instead of like opening their eyes and trying to see what they're running on, they're like, well, he has a Hispanic name, I'm voting for him. And LA's had a couple mayors like Villaraigosa and like a couple one of them got, I think, is doing time for stealing money from the city. The other one was a piece of shit that
Damn.
for some reason he had front court seats to Laker games, which those tickets are worth about the amount of money that he's getting as a mayor. So
Like
they
the
were
Menendez brothers.
Oh.
yeah, but like, what's your thought on like how is this guy? And now I think he's trying to run for governor of California, which I'm like, just because he has a Hispanic last name, we should not vote for this guy. But people out here are stupid, and they
He's
What
gonna
are his-
get it.
Yeah, like what are his qualifications? What has he done? You know, has he contributed anything to society?
And people don't care because, like, well, he has a Hispanic last name. I'm voting for him. I'm like, yeah, this is what's wrong with this country, man. Just because somebody sounds like you or looks like you doesn't mean they have the best interest for you. But
Damn. Then that means I might have a chance then.
You better go to California, clean, bro. You're in.
no, just man, the politics out here sucks.
It's funny because like Dee knows I always try to avoid that stuff in a lot of my shows because like it's so crazy. Like, you know, growing up when I was a kid, when I was born, Reagan was president. Obviously, I don't remember shit from him being president. Same thing with who was after him, Bush Senior.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then as I started going on, I started thinking, oh, politics are cool. There's some really cool fucking stuff going on in politics.
Clinton made it cool, bro. When I was in high school, Clinton made politics cool. Girls loved that motherfucker when I was in high school.
That's why he got voted in. But like, when you like start digging in and pulling thread, like the Clintons were fucking shady as fuck
Yeah.
too, bro.
There are and then as things go on, I mean, we're in 2025 now when the Clintons are still in the conversation of almost every politician who's gotten whacked in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the first thing Epstein, it was the Clintons. You know, anybody else, it was the Clintons. Even people make jokes about it. Like,
I mean, he got away with friggin' getting a BJ in the fucking the Oval Office.
That's just the beginning of it, bro. Like, honestly, like I think I think there's a story that he somehow somebody got killed in Oklahoma when he was still like the governor or something, and Hillary was bullying that.
that's
the
right.
Yeah, like there's a lot of stories that you read.
There was an affair. There was an
Yeah.
affair in that as well. That Clinton was having an affair with someone,
and Hillary, instead of like divorce, she like tried to like blackmail and make that poor girl like look like shit. And it was like, dude,
Yeah.
she's a victim, but like people don't see that. And I'm like, damn.
I remember reading about that actually. It kind of reminded me when people found out that Fabulous Moolah was a piece of shit too.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was kind of like it was that same energy. It was like, oh shit, like the Clintons are doing this type of shit to people since the late 80s, early 90s.
And I think a lot of their dealings, I think they made a bunch of money selling I think like your green, I don't know if it was a yellow mustard or some chemical to make nuclear weapons to like Iran or something. And it was under their administration that they made a lot of money off of that. That they're like, wait a minute, you're giving our enemy
Oh my god.
weapons. And like people don't that you're trying to be a Republican right now. I'm like, no, but I'm like, why are we doing that? Like, even, I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, you should not be doing that to our enemy. Like, arming them. But for some reason, they're trying to shut you up.
That's like giving a criminal the keys to a closed Walmart in the middle of the night. You know, like you're waiting for disaster there. You really
The
are.
money's too good. Look at the WWE, bro. WrestleMania 43. The money's too good. The money is too good.
Yeah. But again, you have to like put a
London's
foot
pissed.
down and be like, yo, we gotta stop and think about like the future of our kids or something, you know? Because politics, man. They're funny. They're funny. I don't know. I just
It'll
keep
drive
watching
you to drink.
Idiocracy, and I'm like, wow, they kind of called a lot of this stuff, you know?
Yeah, you know what? Like, my wife has said that before. A couple people, and it's so fun. I might have to rewatch that movie again because I really don't remember shit from it.
Was that the movie where they were drinking Gatorade as water?
Yeah.
All right.
Which
But
I love.
A lot of
I
the
love
stuff
Gatorade.
that homie from King of the Hill, the writer, what's his name?
Mike Judge.
Mike Judge, he calls it, and I always say comedians always have like a
sense.
View. Yeah, and they see things and they call it out, and people are, oh, that's funny, you're a clown. But then later on, you look back and like, you kind of had a point. And that's the thing. We need to start listening to more comedians, I feel, man, because sometimes they're like.
I 100% agree. I'm a huge fan of guys like I love Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino. You know, I used to really like Andrew Schultz, and he just got fucking annoying. But like when you hear some of the things that comedians say, and when I started realizing as I got older, like these jokes are not they're jokes because the majority of them are just factual things, you know, kind of like I've never been to jail personally, but I've always heard the similarities between the U.S. Army or the military in general and jail.
I have a bit about that.
Yeah, there you go. You know, it's.
Let me hold on. Let me not to cut you off, but we're on the comedy tip right now. They are going to have a comedy show in Saudi Arabia. And these are some of the names that are going to be on the list right here. You have Tim Dillon, Dave Chappelle, Gabriel Iglesias, Jeff Ross, and friends. And they said there was a few.
It's all stars.
There's a few. They said there's a few. There's one lesbian comedian that's going to be over there, and I'm like, how is that going to work if you're an openly lesbian person in Saudi Arabia?
It's gonna be like Gallagher, except like her head's gonna be the watermelon, brother.
Wasn't like Sami Zayn not allowed to go over there for a while?
Yeah, there was a pretty big beef. Also too, Bill Burr's going to be over there.
I love Bill Burr.
Andrew Schultz is going to be over there.
Yeah, but are they trying to like allow public speaking and like the people to have different opinions now out there? Because I heard that was a big thing before, where you couldn't say certain things.
Here's the line: Andrew Schultz, Aziz Ansari, bad friends with Andrew Santino and Bobby Lee, Bill Burr, Chris DeStefano.
He's great.
Chris Tucker, Gabriel Iglesias, Hannibal Buress, Jessica Kirson, Jimmy Owen, Jimmy Carr, Joe Coy, Kevin Hart, Louis C.K., our favorite jerker, Mark Normand, Maz Jobrani, Namis Patel, Ahmed.
Russell Peters is funny.
Peter Davison, Russell Peters, Sam Morelli.
Are they gonna get told a certain list of things that they can and cannot joke about?
Tom Segura, for Christ's sake.
But I'm pretty sure they're gonna get a list of stuff they can and can't do, because even WWE, when they go over there, the women have to be covered from like neck to like all the way down.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm just saying, are they gonna get told like, hey, you can't make fun of like or certain religions? You can't make fun of.
I mean, Chappelle will get over, bro, because he makes fun of transgenders, so he'll get over there, bro. Like, you know.
Right, but over there the rules are different than they are over here. Over here, you're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. Over there, you can't. So
like, I don't know. Can you curse over there?
That's the thing. I don't know. And like,
Bill Burr's fucked.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Are they gonna get
almost
told
all of them?
And Schultz is a Jew. How's he gonna be over there?
I don't think they hate Jews over there, but I think in certain Muslim countries, like they do, but like out there is like half and half, I think. But
yeah, I don't know either. It's very interesting too because they're blowing money on a lot of like Western entertainment.
Bro,
Wait,
300 for WrestleMania, 100 million for Royal Rumble this coming fucking February.
Jeez.
And I bet you another couple $100 million for all, because those are all legendary comedians. Those aren't like,
yeah, they got the top of the top, bro.
Those aren't like.
And Vince McMahon said that like we're kind of setting an olive branch by bringing wrestling over there, because at first people were like kind of critiquing Vince McMahon because they were like, why are you doing all this wrestling over there? Like, you know, they hate us, this and that. And Vince was kind of like, well, shouldn't we want to try to put our olive branch and like try to show them like, look, American entertainment is not that bad. Like if you like allow it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's interesting because I mean, Gabriel Iglesias is a clean comic. Yeah, and there's a couple comics that are clean, and again, I'm not sure if they're going to be allowed to say whatever they want, but it is interesting.
I'm actually surprised Seinfeld isn't on that list.
I don't
because
think
he doesn't he's a very clean comedian, you know.
But he's a Jew that they would want to.
Why you guys want to kill me? Why you guys want to my people?
Yeah, but I completely agree. Like, there's something about comedians that when you hear them speak, you want to listen to it. You know what I mean? Right. I used to watch Kill Tony almost every week. I mean, it's actually on right now with Triple H. Like, which is crazy.
Your Excellency, we're only playing. Your Excellency, we're only playing. Don't come after us.
But there was a comedian out here in what was it there's a comedy spot right here in Pasadena called the Ice House. And there was this comedian that came from, I forget what country he was from, but he was from the Middle East. And he came over and he was like happy to be able to say whatever the fuck he wanted, because he said stand-up comedy just got to my country like a year ago. And like, I just came to the United States and I'm barely being able to express my thoughts and opinions on stage.
I love that.
And you don't know how freeing that is. And I was like, wow, like the shit we take for granted that other immigrants are coming over and be like, wow, you guys can say whatever you want on stage. This is awesome, you know?
Yeah. And no one's feelings will get hurt. I mean, depending on who's there that day. It's just interesting. I've always wanted to dabble into stand-up comedy, and it's not, you know, I'd love to, because I love to talk. I mean, I do it for a living. I just talk into a microphone, you know, and some of the truest stories are some of the best jokes and some of the best, you know, little things that happen. Like I'm trying to think. Like, I guess meeting Linkin Park when I was a kid could be made into a funny joke. You know what I mean? Like little things that happen and stuff. And it's just so interesting how people right now, they just get so,
they want to censor and say like, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I got attacked a while back. There was this feminist bartender. You could tell she was one of those chicks that doesn't shave her armpit, doesn't wear a bra. Super fucking. And I said, I think I said this last, but I said a joke where I said, I asked my dad, why does my mom wear white on her wedding night? And my dad said, that's so she matches the oven, the washing machine, and the refrigerator.
Yeah!
And this feminist started throwing ice at me like, that's not funny. That's offensive. You're being misogynistic. Started attacking me, although everybody was laughing.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, dude, it's a fucking joke. I'm just fucking around. But again,
oh man, that is hilarious.
Like she was speaking for everybody, and that's the problem. That there's certain people that think that they speak for everybody and they know what's best for everybody. I'm like, no, you don't. Everybody, security guard, everybody was laughing. The other bartender, security guard, even the feminists that you could tell that were kind of angry. That once they heard the laughter, they're like, all right, that was a funny joke. But it's just that certain people feel entitled, and I'm like, I know what's best for the world, and that's the annoying part right now, you know.
And they tried to ruin the show too. I've been seeing that a lot lately. They and it's a lot of like people that they just want to get their voice heard while someone is performing, and it's like you're throwing them off from a routine of something that they have been working on probably the last 30 minutes before they hit the stage.
No, it's not just 30 minutes. It's not just that though, but it's the gas that I spend going to open mics. It's the money that I spend having to buy beer or wings, and it's like I've been practicing this set for a year, where I know what's funny, and I go to a show to do my set, and you're gonna be there, like trying to stop me from all the work that I put into this. Like, screw you, lady! Like, shut the fuck up and get the fuck out of here. Let us enjoy the laughter, you know. But
Because your time too, right? Most of the time for things like that, like you have a time limit. So Kill Tony, you get 1 minute. I think some places you get 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah,
5.
but it's just people want to take the spotlight and put it on them. Without, it's virtue signaling. It's basically what it is. It's just virtue signaling.
Yep.
I've even had like this old lady out here. I said a couple jokes because like there was a couple brothers in the crowd and I was fucking around with them and I was like, yo guys, this is not a movie theater in Oakland, like shut the fuck up. And they started cracking up, but they started laughing. And then but that lady wanted to come up to me. I could tell that lady wanted to come up to me because I said something to the brothers. She's like, man, you shouldn't be, and she wanted to like correct me, but she's like, I was gonna come and correct you, but I decided not to because it seemed like you took care of it. I'm like, yeah, we were joking around. I was fucking around. They were being loud and I checked them in a funny way where they were laughing and they shut the fuck up. So maybe you shouldn't like come up and tell comedians how to do their jobs. You know, I've been doing this for a while, but
it is so annoying. Like we had like on a while ago, I think like maybe it might have been two years ago now. The blind community came after myself and my podcast, the DD214 Network. Yeah, I never told you about this.
No.
So we had a guest on, and he's blind. But he was like tunnel vision blind, you know, but he was a gamer, so he had very interesting takes about how he played video games.
Play games, dude. How the fuck did he?
I have no idea because I don't understand tunnel vision, but I don't. The way that he explained it was crazy. He had to wear like a visor to play video games. Wow. So we had him on the show because at the time DD214 Network used to be called DD214 Gaming, and so Jay asked him a joke because apparently the guy, our guest, he had lost his virginity in a bush apparently, and Jay had asked him a question about it, and so we had made a clip about it. It went slightly viral, and then like the blind community and his family fucking came after us because of it. And we were just like, but wait a minute, the blind guy was the one who told us the story. Like, why are you coming after me? Yeah, he says it. That is now a lost episode. We usually for episodes like that, because we have episodes that are not on the internet right now for many different reasons. And that one episode is just completely deleted. There's no clip of it. There's no footage.
The blind one's done, right?
Okay, but and honestly, that's one of the things that I kind of like about stand-up comedy. That sometimes you have to go to a show where there's no video, no evidence, where you hear some crazy shit.
Yeah.
And if it's on the internet, I'm like the stuff that's on the internet is stuff that people aren't gonna get in trouble with. The people are they're walking that fine line. But when you go to a comedy show, there's a couple comedians out here that are funny as hell, and some of the shit they say, I'm like, wow, this one could get canceled. But because there's no evidence, you can't cancel them.
I've been hearing about that too. I know that they did it with the WWE roast, the roast of WrestleMania or whatever it was.
Oh,
I know
Kill Tony.
Yeah, I know they did it with that, and then there was another couple times that they did it too. And I don't have a perfect example of it, but I've been hearing about them, and I'm like, man, this is great. You know, we need more of these.
Yes, and that's the thing that I keep saying. Like, hopefully, because they don't want anything on the internet that's offensive or whatever. I'm like, all right, then go to a live show, and that's good for us as comedians. I tell them, yeah, it's better to go check them out live. Man, it just sucks nowadays.
That's why the '90s was so great, because there was no cameras.
Yeah, I remember the first comedy show that I ever went to. I went with my wife. We went to go see. Oh my God, what was his name? Mitch Fattel. Mitch Fattel, yeah. And so that place, I don't remember. Well, this was also a time too where not a lot of people were throwing up their phones in the air too. But like that guy was saying some crazy shit that night that I remember. And I remember most of his jokes being about titties for some odd reason. So like, I miss that type of comedy, you know.
Look at the guy from Seinfeld, right? What was his name?
Kramer.
The Kramer
Michael Richards.
Oh,
yeah, but he kind of
lost it.
Jokes. He was just trying to be a racist asshole. That's the
yeah. That was.
You gotta know your audience, man.
Yeah, and that's why that's why I still enjoy Kill Tony and like Tony Hinchcliffe and guys like Cam Patterson and so many, because like they hit that line. Like one of my favorite comedy specials of all time is Delirious.
Oh,
you know,
great.
and that right there is peak comedy.
Yeah.
You know, that is peak comedy. Not to say that some of the modern guys today don't have it, because there's a lot of modern guys,
but not just that though. Like people, I heard because I think American Pie just came out on Netflix a while back, and like millennials were saying that it was offensive. It was like, I'm like, have you guys seen Porky's? Have you guys seen Nerds? Have you guys? And not just that though, but like, it's just annoying that it's a comedy. It's how guys thought at the time, and I'm not gonna lie, some of us still think like that, like about getting laid, like and women are like. And the thing that pisses me off is that there's a show called Sex in the City, which I rarely watch. I never watched it, but it's women talking the same shit as guys. What's the difference? But it's that
locker room talk.
Right. But it's also females doing it. And not just that, though. I got a lot of homegirls that I'm like, golly, you guys are more vulgar than some of my guys friends. But because it's females, they're like, oh, it's different. It's different. It's just girl talk. I'm like, it's the same shit as guy talk. You guys can't get away with it just because it's females. Like, fuck that.
It's true. I mean, double standards, right?
Yeah.
If you're gonna say something to me, I'm gonna say something back to you. You know, like it's just fair. You know,
Right.
Whatever happened, we need good laughter. What happened to good laughter? Whatever happened to me talking about how ugly you are, and then us having a fucking smoke right after that.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and that's why, and not just that though, in the comedy, and that's why I try to stay away from a lot of people, because again, we were military. We grew up being very dickhead, racist towards our best friends. That was just the way it was. Like
we had to shower together.
Right.
I mean,
and I got a couple buddies. Like I had a couple buddies, Italians from Jersey, Irish dudes from Boston. They were like, "Hey, you fucking wetbag, what the fuck you doing over here today?" And I'm like, "Hey, you fucking potato eating motherfucker." Like we would just fuck around, and it wasn't anything bad. But nowadays, people are like, "You guys can't talk to each other like that." I'm like, "Why? We're homies." And it's just weird how everybody wants to like chime in on what we can and cannot fuck around with. You know?
Yeah, like perfect example, Kobalis that's in the chat. And Gio, I just smoked. It's okay. That's my fucking homie right there. We do a lot of the podcasts together. We brainstorm a lot of ideas together. But literally every single day, we're putting each other down. We are putting each other down. We are saying things to each other that, if anyone heard it, my career would be over.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it, but we had, you know, that's when you have that relationship with your friends that you could just talk shit like that. You know, why can't we have that with everybody else?
But it's because some people don't like that, and it always reminds me of Gran Torino when Clint walks into the barbershop, like, "Hey, you fucking wop," and then like, "Oh, you fucking fuck."
That was one of the last great movies.
Right. But a lot of people don't see that's a love relationship. That like people think like you guys are being mean to each other. Like, nah, we're just homies. That's just the way. That's why out here I stay away from a lot of comics. A lot of comics think I'm an asshole, but it's just like that's just I'm fucking around, dude. I don't really mean it. And that's why I just don't wanna like I can't joke around the way I can with everybody. Like I love Artie Lang was one of my favorite comedians, and people thought he was a dick. He was funny. I love Artie Lang, you know, like
he's great. He's great. You know, like some people, like I remember.
I think he was in the bar too, getting some of that blow.
It was like when it was like when Robin Williams started doing stand-up comedy again, and people couldn't believe that he was saying all this vulgar shit, you know. And I'm just like, do you not remember how crazy he fucking was back then? Yeah. You know, he was absolutely insane. You know, some of the best comedy I've ever heard in my life was during that time when every other word out of his mouth was a curse word. You know.
Yeah, but again, it's a new PC world we're creating, and that's why. And I'm not mad. Like a lot of people get mad at out here. Gabriel Iglesias. He makes a lot of money. He just sold out Dodger Stadium. I never thought he was that funny. They're like, oh well, he's Hispanic. I'm like, nah, he's not my cup of tea. A lot of my cup of tea guys, or the guys that I like, aren't big name comics. They're like usually like they'll have their specials here. They're like, I love Dave Attell. Dave Attell is one of my favorite comedians.
Dave Attell is legendary.
Right, but a lot of people in the don't even know who he is, and I'm like, see, this is where we differ. I like his comedy because it's quick, it's vulgar, it's out of left field. Where Gabriel Iglesias, he panders to the big masses, where he's not mean, he's not an asshole, and I get it.
Yeah,
but that's not my cup of tea, you know.
I used to like Dave Attell's show that he had back in the day.
One of my favorite shows, Insomniac.
It was you know, people forget about some of the greats like that. You never even really hear Dave Attell's name anymore. You know what I mean? And then, you brought it back to me, Ray. I was like, oh shit, I remember.
It might be in Saudi
late.
Arabia next month, dude. You never know.
No, you never know. I remember staying up as a kid watching him.
Not just that though, but he had the rebel. I remember he did a show over in Afghanistan or somewhere, like in the Middle East, for the troops. And this like sergeant went up to him and told him, all right, man, whatever you do not talk about masturbation. Masturbation is off limits. So he goes up on stage and like, all right, they told me not to talk about masturbation. So let me tell you guys about this one time I fucked a sock. And I was like, that's my guy. That's why I like that guy. Let me tell you about this one time I fucked a sock, since I can't talk about masturbation over here.
It worked.
He got told by a military, all right. But the fact that they told him not to do this, and the comedian's like, I'm gonna fucking do it anyways. I like those comics that like push the envelope.
You have to. Yeah. You have to. I can't even think of the example. There was just recently something, like I was just thinking about this too with that show that's happening in Saudi Arabia. They're gonna get a list. But you know someone, at least one is gonna go off of that list and kind of like
go off this planet.
I don't think so, simply because they're gonna be told, look, this is not America. If you do something stupid, these motherfuckers will take you and they'll fucking beat the fuck out of you.
Look at that dude. Who was that dude they fucking they took into the building and he never came out of the building?
I don't know.
There was some fucking guy a couple years back, bro. He said something about the excellency.
I think.
Don't they still beat your ass in Germany, the police? Yeah, they do, right?
Yeah. I think recently there was a meeting. But like even with that basketball player that got held in China, like she thought like, oh, the rules don't apply to me. It's like, nah.
Oh no, you talking about no, that was Russia, dog. That was Russia.
All right. Well, again, but she thought the rules didn't apply to her, and then she found out the hard way, like, oh shit, like they don't fuck around over here. So I'm assuming these comedians are gonna get told you cannot make fun of this, or else we can't.
Yeah, I also never understood why people are traveling with marijuana in their fucking bags. You know, I mean,
that's in some countries, bro.
Are you? So in some places, they don't even want you. They don't even want you to even know it exists. In some places,
it would be a cool scene where if let's say Carrot Top gets arrested by their government and Donald Trump has to trade one of their terrorists for Carrot Top. That'd be kind of cool to see, you know, like, hey, we're gonna give them the fucking Russian.
We did it once already, dude.
I know, but imagine for Carrot Top, where people be like, are we really gonna trade this guns dealer for Carrot Top? Like, I don't know. I think that'd be
they took Steven Seagal from us too.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, they could keep him. They could keep him now. The guy's a fucking mood. I don't know how many TV shows he had as a damn police officer, and he did no policing.
I know, no, and then like some of the stories I hear from like celebrities, like just making fun of them. Like, there was one story that Rob Schneider, I think it was Rob Schneider, was saying that the Dalai Lama granted him like this position in the Buddhist religion where he's like a high priest, whatever. That he's so calm now, he's so like ridiculously calm, and then he gets a call from his ex-wife, and he's all like, "Fuck you, you fucking bitch! You're not getting any more money!" And he hangs up. And like they're like, I thought you were like supposedly gonna be calm now, and this and that, but yet he cusses out his ex-wife. That is like that just makes me laugh. Man.
Rob Schneider's another one. He had like this weird rebirth recently where he's gotten like weird when he's not doing comedy, but like his comedy's gotten so much, like his stand-up is like really good right now.
I think I never hated Rob. I always thought he was the most underrated actor. Like if you see some of his characters he does. Some movies kind of suck sometimes, but his character, like the Hawaiian dude he did in 50 First Dates, was funny. I think it was a Middle Eastern guy in Big Daddy. Like he knows how.
Yes, he was. Yep.
He has range.
No, that wasn't. It was Grandma's Boy. He came in.
Oh yeah,
he came in when they were smoking weed. It's like Cypress hit a concert in here.
Yeah. But every character he does, even though minute, whatever, he just kills it. Like he's such a good actor. Like. Well, yeah, you're right. His comedy's gotten a lot better. I think because he's taking a political stance as like a Republican,
Yeah.
And he kind of makes fun of Democrats, and he's all like, "Dude, you guys are telling me I can't make fun of Democrats? Screw that! I'm gonna make fun of everybody if I think it's funny." And I agree with that.
And it works. I mean, and that's why I like the First Amendment. You know, I mean, you could be funny, you could say what you want without consequence. Well, supposed to be no consequences.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, for some people it's a whole different perspective, but it's you know, to just the way that he just revitalized his career that way was absolutely impressive. And I was actually just talking to Dee about this earlier. You know, there's a lot of people, like we were saying how some people probably shouldn't vote. Like there's just some people who probably should not be talking about politics. And like when I always think about what that lady said about to LeBron James, like shut up and dribble, and how like at the time I was like, damn, that's pretty rude. But then I was like, but wait a minute, some of these people are like talking really fucking stupid right now. Maybe they just need to shut up and just stick to their day jobs. And like Christian Bale.
Oh yeah.
Christian Bale's over here opening up brother sister houses for siblings not to get separated. And
wait, what the what are you talking about? Batman's doing this shit?
Yeah, he's doing it in California somewhere.
And so that's the thing. I think a lot of people need to stop like putting too much stock into like politicians and just like work themselves. You know, like I don't know. My dad always used to say like people that put too much stock into politics, sports, or religion got nothing going on for themselves. Get a job, get a house, your fellow man. But it's like most people want a virtue signal and not really do anything, not get their hands dirty. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of homeless people out here. But out here in LA, there's people that don't have any funding that'll get these kids with like shampoo, soap, toothbrush. They'll get sandwiches and they'll go out and they'll hand them out and try to help out people without any funding. And I'm like, if we get more people like that, where we don't need the government, we could take care of it. But
if 100 people came in, went to Home Depot, got a bunch of wood, got a bunch of made a bunch of little villages like some of them did, it's true. You know, you get 100 people to do one thing together, it becomes faster, it becomes meaningful.
But out here, the government doesn't want you to do that. Out here, they make it so hard to like anything that you do out here, it's super
has to be government funded.
And not just government funded, it has to be approved. So like even if you want to build something out here in California, you have to go through building and code, and you have to pay so much money. It's a scam. They try to scam you. How much money can we get from this fucking idiot trying to put a little shed in his backyard? And like sometimes it's not even worth it. There's stories that I've heard of like millionaires that want to put a pool into their mansion out here in Hollywood, and they're like other actors and comedians are like, they're not gonna let you, bro. And I'm like, why? He's all like, because the government, they just want to take money from you. So no matter how much you do,
Interesting.
Oh, dude, it's like that out here in California, big time, bro.
That is so interesting too, and especially since like you guys get the wildfires a lot. Yeah, like it does make sense. It does make sense. Like over here, like it's kind of from what I know, I don't know about like the rest of them. I know like for your backyards, if like you say, if you want to put a little shed, you're being taxed up the ass. They want to get everything you want from you for a 2x2 fucking space that you're barely ever going to use.
Even fucking Bill Maher just went on a podcast where he said that he was trying to put one of those charging station in his backyard for his car, because he had an electric car.
Yeah.
And they almost made him build a whole fucking little back house. He's like, it's just a charging station. It could be anywhere. Like, no, it has to be covered. It has to be this. And I think he said something that he had to pay like, oh, geez, just for a charging station. Like, you guys want us to go electrical, but you guys are taxing us up the ass to go electrical. Like, it doesn't make any sense. California is ass backward on a lot of these fucking things, man. Like, it's just fucked out here, bro.
What's even crazier to me is that there's these electric chargers outside in public all the time, too. So he needs a cover over it. Fuck out of here.
He's a millionaire, and the people out here are like, he's a millionaire. We could like take away a lot of his money and get more of his. And that's the way it is out here. That's the thing that sucks. It doesn't benefit anybody to want to make money out here, bro. It's weird how they just like fucked it up.
But people still stay there too. Like I know the weather and the weed. I could imagine the weed. The weed is fucking great too.
Weather, weed. I mean, I'm from here, and I'm not gonna lie. I
triple W: weather, weed, and women.
Yeah, and I talk to a lot of the homeless people out here. A lot of the homeless people out here are not from here. They're from like the Midwest, East Coast, like the South. And I'm like, why'd you end up out here? Like, it's warm. I would freeze my ass off if I was back in like New York or like Boston. And I was like, all right, that makes sense. But at the same time, like San Diego's a big military town. They have a big homeless problem. And a lot of the homelessness is not from there. It's not like veterans that got out. It's a lot of dudes that came because they're like, dude, it's cheap as hell out here. Like, it's sunny. LA is the same way. Frisco's the same way. I think a lot of the West Coast blue cities are kind of fucked right now. I know like Seattle and Oregon, because they care, but they really don't care because it's like
they're still out there. They're still out there in the middle of the alleyways.
But even when my dad would hit me or fucking ground me, I knew he did it because he cared. And for some reason out here, you can't like punish these homeless people because like under the guise of we care, so we can't punish them. Just because you care doesn't mean you care for them because you're not punishing them. Sometimes you gotta like check people. You know?
It's so interesting because in New York, in just seeing, I mean, there's lawyers that are going to soup kitchens because they don't want to go to the supermarkets because it's $6 for a gallon of milk now. You go to a soup kitchen and like $15 for cigarettes. So either you go to a soup kitchen, you're getting a free hot meal, and there's lawyers going to these things. You know what I mean? Because this is it, and this is in New York, and even in New York, I've seen more homeless veterans in New York than I have seen. I mean, I've never been to anywhere past Kansas City, as far as the West Coast goes, but it's just insane because you have guys going all the way over there for warm weather, but it feels like a lot of the homeless people over here are stuck.
Interesting. See,
like
a while back,
they can't leave.
Even the damn governor, I think it was, I don't know if it was Newsom or somebody said like, give us your homeless, give us everybody. And a lot of the people that were from here like, no, chill the fuck out. And he fucking literally had buses of fucking homeless people from other states coming over.
I heard about that too.
What are you doing, dude?
These were the same buses that some of the homeless people were going missing in too, and no one knows where those buses are.
Now came in Cali, bro. But I think the reason they wanted that is to fuck it up, make it dirty, so that they could come in and say, like, look, we're going to clean it up. It's all a scam. And same thing with the whole border thing. I think one of the reasons the Democrats let all these people in, so that when Trump had to get them out, like he's like, look at what he's doing. He's getting rid of all these illegal. And I'm like, dude, you guys did the problem in the first place. You started it. These people in, and now you want to blame this guy? Like, it's all a game that they're playing up top. And I'm like, dude, you guys are making it right.
It is so funny to me that they want to blame the ones that are on the other side of the country when the border is right in front of them.
Right.
And you know, I mean, there was this I can't remember. It was a Texas governor who started throwing like spike buoys into the rivers at the border. I was like, holy shit!
I heard they even wanted to get crocodiles from like try to get.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Cards Against Humanity, they own a plot of land on the border as well.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and they were actually suing Elon Musk because Elon Musk was dumping garbage onto their plot of land.
Oh, wow.
So Cards Against Humanity started suing them about it. They were just like, get your garbage off our shit. What are you doing? But the whole border thing is just it. I like watching the videos of the guys climbing it. Because it's funny to me because, you know, there's a lot of guys that are climbing that wall who are trying to get over here to do the right thing, and then there's the whole other side that they're coming in here and they're just trying to run from something. And you know, it's such a fucked up fight because like you want to help these people, you want to save these people, but you also want their justice to be, you know, served. I think,
and then that's the thing. My dad was an immigrant, came in this country. He's legal now, whatever. But when my dad hates when illegal immigrants do something stupid, and he's like, "Come on, man! Like you're making us look bad. Like stop! Like come here, work hard, don't break any laws, don't rape, murder, or do anything stupid." But then when
it's
they
not
do
hard.
And I know, but because they come with this mentality of like, "Well, in my country, I didn't get in trouble for this. It's not like that in this country. You're gonna get in trouble."
Yeah.
I think in Baltimore a while back, there was like this illegal immigrant that killed a black girl and threw her body over a bridge.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, dude. And then now you got, well, black people are gonna be like, well, immigrants, and now black people are like, they're killing us too. And it's a bad message that we're sending. Like, look, if you want to come to this country, we got to show the right way of doing it. We're here to work. We're here to help out. We're not gonna be like these savage people that they don't want in here. But motherfuckers doing stupid shit, man.
Yeah, I know that. I don't think they do it anymore. But I was in boot camp with a few people that got their citizenship.
Yeah, same here.
You know, during that time, and that was pretty cool to see too, because you know, and I think the one guy that we had in our trailer, he survived the Haitian earthquakes and then moved to like Massachusetts after that and got his citizenship while being part of our class. And seeing something like that, that's cool as fuck. You know, that's someone who worked hard, who wanted to be an American. You know, and that right there was like such a perfect example. You don't have to join the military to do it. You know, I don't even think you can get citizenship through military anymore. But like, there's so many other ways that I know the tests aren't that hard. You know, don't you want to work and make money, right? Making money is
it's a job. Like I always look, man. I like you said, I grew up in the LAUSD district. Los Angeles had the worst school district. I don't give a. I got some of my buddies. I could introduce you to them, you'll be like, this motherfucker got his diploma? Like, really? Like, I'm telling you. Now, they're not bad dudes, but they're not the smartest cats. So I joined the military, and I was like, you know what? I'll do my time. It's a job. It's a job. It's a government job. I enjoyed it. I got to see the world. I got to travel. I would rather want people to want to join the military and help out their fellow man, because a lot of the stuff that the military does is actually to benefit mankind. A lot of the stuff is not like people think like, oh, you're in the military, you're going to go to war. No. A lot of stuff is humanitarian based like stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think more people should want to join and help out their fellow man and their country. But honestly, I'm writing a bit right now where I'm thinking the reason they want us to go to war and they want to open these borders is because the Democrats want to send off Ramirez and Sanchez to go die. And I think even Mel Gibson says something. No, Mel Gibson says something like this. The reason Democrats are kind of wanting war because they're not going to send their kids. They're going to send all these Hispanics. Well, you guys really want to be in this country? All right, you're going to have to send your kids off to go die, though. And I think that's what's going to happen. Watch.
It happens with so many different generations of war, you know, because like I didn't experience getting deployed. I was stateside the whole time.
Weird.
And when we were going to deploy, we were about to go to California to NTC, and they canceled it because Third ID ran out of money. Yeah. And then they disbanded our unit, and then they were just like, I think I had 4 months of my contract, and they were just like, well, you can sign your contract again and go to Korea, or you could just get the fuck out of here. Yeah, that was the choice that they gave me, and I was like, yeah.
But again, it's iffy. Like, it's a job, and I'm not gonna lie. Like, a lot of these military jobs that there's out there right now, like they could try to get these guys to work here in the States and help us out. Like, I don't understand. Like, there's so many people, like so many bodies on doing nothing sometimes, and I'm like, why don't we just stay here and like try to help out like our country first? You know, like
yeah. You know,
that wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense.
You got so many bodies, man. There were so many times where I'm like, dude, we're wasting so much money on what? Like, there's so many times when I was in the service. I remember I had this boss one time on base that he bought a fucking speed gun because he wanted to put on his marks. Like, oh, I made the base safer because I bought a speed gun. The motherfucker spent like $1,000-some-odd bucks on it. Used it like twice, and then put it on his fucking. Every 6 months we have to do a evaluation. So I made my safe better by buying this piece of equipment that he only used twice. And I was like, it's a fucking waste of government money that you bought that thing. But he was like, well, what do you know? What do you know? I'm like, I know what I see. Like, this is stupid, but and I've seen that shit so many times, bro.
I don't understand why shit is so goddamn expensive in the military too. Like, you pop a fucking tire, it's like $12,000. Like, it's insane.
Because they got the contracts with these companies that overcharge. But it's just it's like that with the government out here. Out here, a couple years ago, there was this bridge that this tanker flipped over and burned this bridge here in LA. Like, a bunch of gasoline just fucked it up. They went to go get 3 quotes from government-sanctioned companies to see how long it would take and how much it would cost. And they said, I think it was going to be like 40 million, and it would take like I think it was like
Jesus.
4 months. 40 million, 4 months. A private company came in and said, we'll charge you 45 million, but we'll do it in, I think, in 2 weeks. And they were like, 45 in 2 weeks? They did it, fixed it in 2 weeks instead of 4 months. They had to pay a little bit more, but they were like, we need to stop privatizing fucking government shit and open it up to the public, because sometimes there's other people that can do the job better, but the government doesn't want that. The government contracts, they make more money that way. So if I got a buddy, say that I got a buddy that works for fucking, that tire company, I'm gonna be like, you know what? There's an episode of King of the Hill that explains this, where they with the toilets. I don't know if you remember that episode.
I think I'm trying to remember. I haven't watched the old episodes in a while.
Well, there's an episode where the city council passes this law where everybody has to get low flow toilets, and they found out that one of the guys that's on the city council was a guy that sold toilets. But like Hank was like, you know what? These toilets, you have to flush them like 5 fucking times. They're not working. And then he found out, oh, this is why you want these toilets, because you're making a nut out of it. And that's what happens in politics. These people get in positions where like, I can make some money if I get this contract through. And that's the thing. We gotta open it up so that we know, if you're a politician that's supposed to be making $70,000 a year and you're at the $1 million mark, like Pelosi and all these fucking scumbags, there's something wrong there.
Yeah, they're making way too much.
Well, look at when we were at we were going to war. Fucking basically the senators were like a lot of the senators,
right.
they either own the food contracts or they're making the missiles, the bullets.
And not just that though. I think there's a picture of this senator the other day that was doing his stocks on the shit that we're voting on. So they're like, oh, we're passing that law. Let me buy stock in this. And I'm like, wow, it's right in our fucking faces, and we're not doing anything about it.
And they're circling around and playing with us with it. It's our money. I'm supposed to buy dipsy doodles with that, Like, I want my dipsy doodles.
Yeah.
I don't want you to have my dipsy doodle money.
They're too busy letting us fight over fucking who could fucking have an abortion, who can't have an abortion,
exactly.
Who could do this, who could do that. They have us fucking bickering over fucking peanuts, dude.
And that's what they want, though. That's why I try to tell people, look, man, if the more you fight, the more they're gonna take our money and get richer and richer, and we're out here fighting over what? Crumbs? It's just a stupid. It just makes me mad that people don't see that. Open their eyes. I'm like, dude, come on.
It's heartbreaking because it's more than just left and right and up and down, right? People don't seem to realize that everything works the same when it's all under one system. It's literally all under one system and it all works.
Yeah. What?
You said metaphorically.
Yeah.
I'll believe that.
And again, my dad always. My dad's an old school man, and he's all like, dude, just take care of your household. Everything else will fall into place. If you're just take care of your household, and that's it. Have a nice lawn, pay all your bills, take care of your wife, take care of your kids. But people want the government to take care of them and do all this stuff. That's the worst thing you could do. But you look like a weirdo if you say that nowadays.
That's the downfall of the country. I'm sorry, man. All that fucking Section 8 welfare. I'm sorry. If you need it, get it, use it. But not forever.
Yeah.
No.
And my dad trips out because we had neighbors that the fucked up thing is they're still in the same houses in the projects, not wanting to get out of there because they've just been indoctrinated and they're like, well, they're gonna take care of us. What's the point of trying? And it's like they're never gonna get out of that mentality, dude. It just sucks.
It's true. It's very true. I wanted to ask you were in the Coast Guard, right?
Yes, sir.
I wish more people put some respect on their name. I really do. That was the first service I originally wanted to go into.
Your boot camp's right there in Cape May, New Jersey, too, I think.
Yeah, that was one of the reasons too. And so while me and my wife were living in New York, there's actually a Coast Guard station, or I don't know if it's a recruitment station and a base. I know that there's a recruitment station there, right at the ferry, It's the New York Ferry going into Staten Island, and they have a DHS building there.
Yeah. And
the recruitment station's there, and I went in there, and I spoke to a dude in the blues, and he looked at me, and I had just this tattoo at the time, and he looked at me. He was like, "No tattoos.
Yeah.
I'll take your paperwork. No tattoos." I'm like, come on, man. I'm just trying to serve my country.
When was this though?
when this was in 2010.
Oh, because they passed a few laws now, a few rules where regulations.
Oh yeah.
Tats, like I think like now you can get your hands. Something about your
Yep.
neck. They passed a law. They're like, nah, we gotta like cut back on it and they always keep going up and down. Like they say you can only have 75% of your hand done.
Yep. They just changed the hair policy again for the U.S. Army again. They just put it to 2 inches, which is crazy.
Gio said new gen is taking advantage of government assistance. The stats show the average household in the U.S. On some form of government assistance are from younger parents who rather go viral than get a job.
Oh,
that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I know, but I'm not gonna lie. I kind of agree with that shit. Yeah.
There's a couple people we could put the finger to on that one too. That's a funny one, but it's true. It's absolutely true because I mean, I think I saw a video too of this one parent getting angry that their kid was gonna get like a high-paying job.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
Yeah, and the parent was like,
"You can't do that because I'm gonna lose all my benefits." And then
I'm gonna lose all. Yeah, I was just like, wow, that's fucking like that's crazy. Like, don't you want your kid to end up? You know, you bet your ass my kid's gonna be paying my rent when I get old. Yeah. You know, like his ass is gonna work, and that's you got to instill hard work. You got to instill working values into them young, you know. And
now it's almost considered bullying by some people. Like I have a goddaughter, and a while back she made a mess in my kitchen. She was cooking something, and I told her, "Oh, when you're done, make sure you wash the dishes." She tells me, "I don't have to wash dishes because washing dishes leads to the patriarchy, and the patriarchy is evil." And I'm like, "Bitch, if I would have said that to my mom would have slapped the shit out of me." And like, but she already is getting indoctrinated with these things where she could not. It's basically so that she could be a lazy piece of shit, and I don't have to wash dishes because that's for the like, get the fuck out of here.
I don't even know what the fucking patriarchy is, bro. Go wash the dish, man.
Yeah, but again, it's this thing where like, girls, I even tried telling her the other day, hey, we should go get a salad because my goddaughter's a little on the chubby side. I told her we should go get a salad at El Pollo Loco. She's like, a salad? What are you trying to say? Like, I don't eat salads. Eating salads leads to fat shaming, and I can develop a complex. And I'm like, fool, it's an El Pollo Loco salad. It's not even that healthy, but I like a salad every once. But like everything that I try to do to help her for her benefit, she could twist it and turn it to where I'm being mean now.
While reading the doctrine, listen, I'm Puerto Rican, man. My mom would beat my ass even if I forgot to do the dishes that day. All right, like that was, you know.
If I gave her like, if I rolled my eyes, like if I gave her like that type of look, she would have fucking slapped the shit out of me.
Or that's turned around, or slammed the door, or anything like that.
We need to bring back some of this fucking hitting kids, man. I'm for it. Not just that though. My dad used to hit me. My mom, I used to get hit when I was a kid. I think the elderly, when they act like we did when we were kids, we should be allowed to hit the elderly too. Nah, I'm just fucking around. That's a good.
No, listen.
There's times where my dad.
There are some 65-year-olds who could lift 3 times the size of their body weight. If they could defend themselves, and if they hit me first, I'll probably get my ass kicked, especially if he's a 65-year-old bodybuilder. But I'll try.
But I mean, back then it was respecting your elders, bro. You listened because they were wise. You get old, you're more wise. You know better. You don't just talk back.
Again, we've been telling these kids that, oh, you know everything. You know, you're perfect. You're just the way you are. No, when I was a kid, I was a fucking moron. I'm 42, and I'm still a fucking moron for certain things. And if somebody tries to help me by telling me what's best for me, I'm like, all right, I'll listen. But kids don't want to listen nowadays, man.
Yeah, everyone was like, oh, you can't beat your kids anymore. Bet, no problem. I make them do push-ups now.
Oh,
you know, it's but now it just seems like now we've gotten to a point that the best.
Somebody will find that as child abuse. Somebody will say, that's child. I'm not like, okay, so you want me to punish them at all?
I still hate doing push-ups. To me, that's still a punishment. You know, that shit sucks.
I know, but it's just that now, like these kids nowadays, it's like, man, I just trip out. Like my coach, I have a coach that I still know this coach's name. His name was Evil. This guy was the meanest. That's why people tell me, didn't you hate boot camp? Didn't you hate playing football? I'm like, I had the worst fucking coach in the world. This guy would scare your asshole into fucking getting so tight. And I remember this guy was I used to play all these sports at the Hollenbeck Youth Center. This guy, there was a girl that I think she was on her period or something. Like she was going through some like 13-year-old girl, whatever, probably going through a period. He's running behind her while we're running a 5K. Come on, you can do it. Don't stop. Don't quit. And I'm like, this motherfucker do not stop. And I like those coaches. Sometimes they homeless people, maybe that's what they need. A life coach that's going to kick them in the ass and say, hey, get up in the morning, shower at 8 a.m. After you shower, you're going to brush your teeth, clean, do your bed. After that, we're going to go take an hour class of whatever. Anger management, fucking dieting, learning how to cook for yourself, learning how to clean. And then at 1 o'clock, I think these boot camps would be a good idea for like people out in the civilian world.
I think so too.
Yeah,
they're too soft now, though, man. This generation is too soft.
I always said this, because boot camp, you're not shooting a gun every day. You know, you're carrying your weapon system with you about 98% of the time.
I
and
love
you
the way
only
you call
shoot
it a
it.
weapon system.
Yeah, and you only shoot it about 2 or 3 times while you're in boot camp. You know, so it's a piece of accessory. It's like a man purse while you're there. So
it's also like a way to like teach you, like, look, if you're clean, if you're organized, when you're out in the field, once you leave here, it's going to be easier for you. So it's a way to like teach these people, like, you know, fold your socks, put all your socks together, fold all your underwear, put them all together. Because when you're on the ship, you don't got a lot of space. It's going to help you out. And it's like, it's almost like cleanliness next to godliness. And I was like, yeah, when I was on a ship, I was always organized because the messy dude was always a slob, and like he always had his shit all over the place. It's just simple shit that people forget, man. And it's like
it's so interesting how much shit you can fit into a drawer if you fold it military style.
Yeah,
I've never been able to roll my underwear into a ball this big ever in my life until I joined in, and then for it to be ruined one night because I forgot to lock my locker one day.
They did that to you. They threw it all out.
Yeah. In the middle of the night too, without the lights on too. They were rough.
Yeah,
they were rough.
Again, did you learn your lesson?
I did.
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking did.
And I tell people, like, dude, like I was a fucking kind of like a wild kid. I was like not a bad kid, but I needed it. I needed that structure, and it helped me out in a lot of ways.
I did too.
But I think a lot of these people nowadays, I tell them, I love playing football. I love getting yelled at. I like to accomplish a goal and a mission that our coach wanted. Cool. The military, same thing. This is a mission. This is what I expect from you guys. Aye, sir, right away. Some people need a mission in life.
Yeah, and the military is not all about deploying and shooting stuff.
No,
you
not at all.
can work. But before I got out, I had just found out that there was a photography job.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
If you roll everything, you have so much space. It's so good. It's so you can hide your gun in there. You know, that's how good it is. But if I miss anything from the military, if anything, the things I missed the most were the things that were happening in boot camp. Yeah. You know, the training, the team development courses that were cool. Constant marching.
It was just structure. I think that's a problem that right now, like I notice when I don't have structure, I tend to self-destruct. And again, that saying, idle time is the devil's playground. When you got too much free time, you tend to self-destruct. You just got to find a mission and like-minded people. The camaraderie is what I miss. I miss just shooting the shit. Yeah, and like just doing shit with other people. But it's just, I don't know, like nowadays, people can't be too soft with other people. Sometimes you got to kind of be a dick. And you're not going to like what people are going to say, but it's for your benefit. It's for your own good.
You got to put their foot in your ass sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean? I had, when I was in boot camp, Hurricane Sandy happened.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife, you know, my wife was not in a good state. And I was in boot camp in a trailer, you know, trying to figure out how to leave boot camp to be with my family. And I'll never forget, my drill sergeant called my wife and told him that I wanted to leave. And she, you know, she was a hard ass on me and said, no, he has to stay there. He's got to finish. And, you know, when you have that type of motivation in there to really like put their foot in your ass, you know, you really do need it. I needed it. I know plenty of other people that need it too, you know.
Same here, man. I think I need it right now, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know if that's probably why I like Latinas. I like getting yelled at and told what to do sometimes. I don't know. No, no, but my ex was kind of like a drill sergeant. I would say that kind of like, and I don't know, like, is it that I'm just programmed from elementary school, like to just because you said the whole thing about prison and military being the same.
Yeah.
And I asked one of my buddies who got locked up a while back for fighting a lot in the streets of LA, and I told him how was like prison, like did you enjoy it? The best time I ever had. I was like, what do you mean? So they told me where to eat. I got to work out. I didn't have to worry about my bills or my problems. And I looked at them like, that's the same way I feel when I'm out at sea. When I get deployed out at sea, I don't have to worry about shit. They tell me what to eat. I got a uniform. And it's like, almost like we get indoctrinated to be fucking, you know, like just robots. But
yeah,
I have enjoyed it.
It's good. I was never on the boat, thank God, because my little brother was he was in the Philippines for a while when he was in the Marines. Because he told me that he was on the boat for like 80% of the time that he was in. I was like, nah, that I could never do that. I could never do that.
I honestly, I wish I could go back, man, because like leaving land and like all the problems on land. Like there's a song by Jim Morrison, "Land Ho" by The Doors, where he basically says like he's talking to his grandpa. And he's all like, "Son, I'm going crazy from living on the land. Gotta find my shipmates and sail on foreign sand." I feel like I feel trapped being here at home, dude. I love going out to sea for a couple months because you appreciate land more, dude.
Do you ever walk around sometimes and you smell get like a whiff of something like the breeze? And you're just like, I remember that smell when I was in this training camp or whatever. That happens to me like sometimes. I'm just like, oh shit, that scent again.
Not
you know,
that,
like
other countries, when I smell food or stuff from other countries, I'm like, I remember when I was in like Guatemala or like Costa Rica or like even Alaska. When I was up in Alaska, like the pine was just it smells so great, man.
I love that. There's something. It's just something amazing that what the brain does when you're having these moments in your life that are embedded in your brain, like training. Yeah. Oh, there's. Yeah. That's that. You know, sometimes you just whiff out one that smells like a good set of eggs, and you start thinking about the time you fed the general.
No, it's the fucking powdered eggs, man. I remember those. Like,
No, the powdered eggs were you get used to them after a while. But I actually didn't start eating eggs again until maybe a year ago.
Really?
Because I was so turned off by the powdered eggs and the fake eggs that the military had. I stopped eating eggs.
Yeah.
I completely stopped, and it wasn't until a year, maybe 2 years ago, my wife gave me some scrambled eggs. I was like, all right, let's go. Threw some syrup on that bitch like the good old days.
Yeah, I love the freaking McDonald's, the syrup bread they have. What is it?
McGriddles.
Oh, the McGriddles. Those are fucking awesome, bro.
That's crack rock, man.
It's because I never liked syrup on my eggs. I was always a ketchup guy. But it wasn't until the McGriddles came out that I'm like, fuck, what was I missing out on? You know, like.
Man. Yeah. Oh, the good old days. I could smell it now.
You guys are making me fucking hungry, and I ain't going to no McDonald's, dog, because I'm sober.
I don't know. Like, I don't think they got the breakfast 24 hours anymore, right?
No. Those they're cocksuckers.
That was a good idea though. When they had it for a while out here, like 24-hour breakfast, and I was like, dude, I've been bitching about this since I was a little kid. They should fucking do it past 11. I think what is it, 11 or 10 now?
I think it's 11 o'clock.
11.
11 o'clock.
Yeah,
no, 10 over here.
10?
Yeah.
Shit.
I think other spots do it. I think Jack in the Box and I think Carl's Jr. out here or Hardee's. You guys have it out there. I think they do it late night because I like a nice biscuit egg sandwich in the afternoon. You know.
We're not privileged to have a Hardee's or a Carl's Jr. out here.
You guys don't have that. What do you guys have out there?
McDonald's, Burger King, White Castle. Well, we got White Castle though. That's the only pop top we got.
Don't forget about Wendy's now.
Oh, I think everybody got the Wendy's.
Yeah,
I like Wendy's.
It's kind of pricey though too now though, because nowadays they made it so that you have to have an app to get deals.
Oh yeah, my wife's got the whole. She's like a diamond member at Wendy's and shit like that because of me. Yeah, there you go.
Like McDonald's, Domino's, all the pizza joints. Like if you have an app, you get the deals.
Yep.
And it pisses me off because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'll just pick it up in person, and it's more expensive. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Like,
You know how much free pizza I get?
I bet. But again, like, I'd rather go to like out here. They got a couple the gentrified fast food. No, out here they got they do got. I know because I'm not East Coast people hate on LA for pizza because they're like, oh, the pizza ain't the same. There's one place out here called Joe's Pizza, who's Joe's off Bleecker. I guess was a big pizza chain up in New York. They brought it out here, and I took my buddy from Jersey, and he was like, all right, this is pretty good pizza. Like, it was pretty decent pizza, but there's only a few out here. So I resist trying to get Domino's or Pizza Hut out here because they kind of like, to get good pizza. Like, yeah, I can't eat that cardboard shit. Like, so I'll wait till I go to Hollywood or Santa Monica to get that slice, man.
Good pizza. Yeah, I'm not picky. I'll eat any pizza as long as it's good. But I obviously prefer a good mom and pop pizza. We got a place that's right up the block called Benny's. I eat from this pizzeria so much that when they deliver to me, when they answer the phone, they know my name and my order. It's incredible.
It's the water, bro. It's the East Coast water, man.
That's what I keep hearing, man. That's what I keep hearing, bro.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Sailor, we're at an hour and 30 with Mr. Clean Sanchez.
You went by quick. Fuck, we didn't even talk any about the topics, bro. Fuck.
Well, that's why we got to have him on a part 2.
You bring me back. You bring me back whenever.
Let's fucking do that, man. I had a great fucking conversation, man.
I did too. Listen, you always have a good time when you're having fun. I always love doing stuff like this, and you know, D wrote to me about the opportunity. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And it's even past my bedtime too. It's great. It's even because
like about being on the West Coast. It's barely fucking. I still got time to go to the bar and get another beer, man. It's barely 8:30. It's barely 8:30 out here.
That's and I just want to say, yeah, like. My partner Gio said, "This is a chill show. That I like this energy here. This is probably one of your best shows, D. You know, but you know, if you don't mind, I'll just plug in my stuff real quick.
Brother, man.
You know, I'm super easy to find. You can check myself and my partner Kobalis out every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Morning Rips. We talk about everything and anything and everything. D's been on that show. You could come on that show one day, but I think it might be like 6 o'clock in the morning your time."
Still down, fuck it.
But and then BRVG, we do a live cannabis show where we talk about video games and cannabis every Saturdays at 7 p.m. And I do a military show that comes out every Sunday morning, every Sunday mornings on our YouTube channels. But for anything else, just go to cleansanchezmedia.com. My whole directory is there. My artist Kobalis, all his art is there. You know, it's a easy one-stop place to find like any of my work or anything like that.
Feed me.
Yeah,
D,
man.
you got anything, D?
D, I have nothing coming around, but do you have anything coming up there, Sailor?
I got a show Saturday out here in the Inland Empire, a comedy show. Dick Salas, former Marine vet, is doing a show out here. I'll post a flyer up on my Instagram. I need to get off my ass and start doing more shit because, again, I've been spending too much time at the bars. So I got some ideas up in the coming up. So I got to get up on them, man. But I got that show, the comedy show. Just check out that comedy show. Check out the Drunken Center podcast. And I'm just having fun, bro. I'm having fun right now, dog. I ain't gonna lie. I did lose a buddy of mine this past week.
Gosh.
Damn.
Comedian, poor guy was fighting kidneys. He had blood transfusion 3 times a week, and I'm kind of a little butthurt over that fool. But I don't know. I gotta stay up. You know, I gotta stay positive. Yeah, thank you, brother. But
all right, Clean. Thank you, brother. And we'll be back next week. For all you mofos out there, don't know if it's gonna be live, don't know if it's gonna be pre-recorded. We gotta talk about that after the show. But make sure you guys go out and like and subscribe. Everything Clean Sanchez Media, Bong Rips and Video Games, DD214 Network. Go watch the Morning Rips, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I love watching it. That's pissed me off today that you didn't fucking do it, but you better make up for it the next time you fucking do it. We want a double shot of that one. And like and subscribe everything. You know, fucking everything the Drunken Sailor's doing. I'm a little fucking zoinked right now because I didn't have that much fucking coffee today, man. But there we go. To like and subscribe. Make sure you guys fucking check it out, bro. And go to his fucking shows, dude. Buy him a beer. Buy him a shot. He likes that. He might even talk to you, bro, if you fucking tickle his fancy a little bit, bro, with a fucking double shot, you know?
Let's do it.
We'll see you guys next week, man. Later, guys.
All right.
Deuces.
In the B, the O, the Y-L-E, the H, the E-I-G-H-T. Now add the S, that's East Los Angeles. Relax, kids, mezcalito, about to handle this.